Hi everybody, Brienne from Pixite here, and today I'm going to be doing a really fun piece that I've wanted to do. I'm going to be coloring Domino, and I'm going to be trying, I actually found, this is in reference to a cover that was shared with me, and then I Google searched it myself, and I have it in front of me on my other iPad. And I'm going to try and color this very similar to that. Now it kind of has like a green blue background. Her back's a little bit illuminated here. And she's mostly gray, white, and black. Like even her skin tone is gray, white kind of color. So this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's get started. I don't need to do the background first, I don't think. I actually just kind of want to jump right into Domino and see how she works out. And then we can do the background last. I think that should be fine for this. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in on her face here. Gonna go to our good old Airbrush Tool. I have my opacity all the way up. And I'm going to bring my brush size up quite a bit as well. I'm on freehand. I'm just going to switch that over to automatic for this particular part. And I found these kind of cool gray undertones in, I guess I'm using the palette called Villainous. So I'm going to try and, might not be perfect, might not be exact, but I want to try and get it close. I like doing that once in a while, especially with these characters. It's nice to try and get them true to their real characters in the books, right? So let's do that. Enough talking. So this is kind of like a steel blue gray. And that's kind of what I'm just going to fill in her whole face with this color. Just like that. And then I'm going to deepen it up. I'm going to add a little bit of shading in the nose area here. Lighten it up. I'm also going to highlight around the face. The tools in Marvel are a little bit different than in Pigment. Just highlighting her nose. She's a very strong highlight here. And here. Her skin needs to lighten up a bit though. It's still a little bit dark, but I wanted to get the darkest shade down, and then I can peel away what needs to be peeled away and leave the shading where it needs to be. Kind of gets lighter, like right around her eyepiece here. And then she kind of almost has like a crease. I'm gonna try and make it as close as I possibly can. She's a little bit of a crease there. And her nose is really dark in this spot here. shading going around it. And she has some shading here as well. It's actually looking pretty good so far. It was a hard call because it looks gray, but it's like a gray blue almost. Like, I'm just gonna outline. Seems like it's a little bit lighter. There. Here. Yeah, the reference photos really do help. I'm gonna make some brighter highlights too, probably with the laser, but you gotta start somewhere, so I'm starting with this first. Now, her eye is filled in dark, but it's a little bit light underneath her eye. Really excited to do this piece. That's why I kind of did a little bit of research on her. I'm gonna try something really quick. Yeah, that actually looks good because it gives it some natural built-in shading. Because I do need to peel away some more color here. So let's go to our airbrush. Like her whole physique, it's a cover. It's the first issue I'm actually looking at. This is the cover for the first issue of Domino. And she's pretty much all, even the gun, it's all gray black. The only thing that has color is the background. So that's what we're gonna try and stick with. Her eye is lightened up here. And a little bit here. Just trying to get the highlights and the shading right. The only thing I see on her that has a little bit of color is her eye. It's like a very light blue. In other pictures, her eye patch is purple and she has purple in her hair. So I'm gonna stick to the cover because it's this exact picture. So even her lips kind of have a gray. Just gonna color them all in dark here and then lighten them up a bit. I'm gonna grab, I do need a true white. That's not a true white. Hold on a second here. Let's put on my black and white palette and get the true white. I'm gonna grab a laser for a second. Just wanna make these highlights stand out a bit more. And then on the lips. Go back to airbrush. Yeah, these lips are like a gray. Just try something. I'm gonna keep to the same colors, but I do want to try a couple different methods for highlighting and stuff. I really do want her to, especially her skin, I want her skin to pop, even though it's like a lighter kind of grayish tone. That's looking pretty good. It's actually looking very, very close. I'm happy with it. So her hair almost has like a purplish undertone. So like a purplish gray. It's still like a shade of gray, but it's kind of purpley. Actually, that white that was up here, that wasn't really a true white. Let's see if I can find it. Was it this? No. Let's see. Was it that? Yes, it was this. I want to use this because it was like a purplish, like there's different whites, and this one was in the family of kind of a purpley gray. It's a perfect color for her hair. So let's do that. Go with the airbrush. Oh yeah, that's perfect. It's gonna be, I'm gonna just lay the whole color down. Even though there's gonna be some white and some blacks in here. I just don't want that. Just want to get it in, and then I can add my highlights and such after. I'm just filling it in manually. I'm gonna just put it on freehand mode just to make it easier to get in all these little spots without having to be so precise. Okay, so that's pretty much the color that her hair is looking. I'm going to do something a little funk-tacular at the ends, because that's how it's showing. Like she has like this green, that's the only colors that she has on here is the green glowing from the background, and then her eyes. Everything else is gray and white, or shades of gray and white. So up here, white. Oh, I gotta get off that freehand mode. So up here, and she has a little bit of shading here. This is in the Deadpool Again book, in case you're wondering. Go to my recent colors and grab that gray. It's looking a little bit too purple. I do want it to have that purple undertone, but it is mostly gray. Gonna put on freehand there for a sec, so I can work those gray tones in easily. I'm not too worried if I go outside the lines, because I still have to do the background, so. There's kind of I'm just eyeing the hair, trying to follow somewhat of the color pattern. Doesn't have to be perfect, I'm just trying to make it similar. Excuse me. Maybe make that a little bit more white. It almost seems like a mix. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it exact, but I'm going to get it close. It's almost like a mix of like a dark blue too. And then with that white kind of highlights. Back to black and white palette. So put on freehand here for a second. Kind of get that blue in there, but blend it. So the hair is going to change. I'm going to let you know that towards the end, it's almost going to be like a bright green. Now this is going to be interesting doing the jacket. The jacket, just go ahead and fill it in. Might be easier to do on freehand. I'm actually glad I didn't do the background first because it's going to be a lot easier to fill everything in this way. Now this is where I'm going to need to add in some texture in this jacket. And in her gloves and everything. So I'm going to use the marker tool. The opacity is down, which is what I want. I'm going to leave the brush size. I'm just going to experiment. It's almost like kind of like an off blue or something again. Let's see if I can use this color. No, it's not the right color. Let's see here. And that might work. I'm just going to add these lines that are in her jacket. Basically glare and reflection, because I'm guessing it's some kind of leather. It does get lighter in spots, so I'm going to be layering. just putting in my first layer for now. Up here on this buckle, there's some definite highlighting that needs to be done there. And on these rivets. And just somewhat trying to duplicate what I'm looking at here. And I'm going to need to go back and forth from freehand mode to automatic, just so I can get around some of these lines and get the effects that I'm seeing. And I'm gonna have to do a couple layers of highlights for sure. I'll be coming back to the hand. The hand has some definite shiny areas. Okay. And let's get her back. I'm not too worried about here. I do want to make sure that these areas here are right. Doesn't show her waist, it shows her waist in the cover. So I don't have to go as far down. Put a couple highlights there just 'cause. Okay. Gonna lighten this up and bring the opacity. Just going to, I'm probably gonna have to go over this again. I just want to get my placement. I might have to when I add in the green highlights. I'm using the marker tool right now for this, just in case you're just tuning in. Oh, I forgot to welcome you guys to Marvel Monday. This is a new thing that we're doing and I'm really excited about it. So you can expect to see a new Marvel premiere every week. And we're super interested to see if you guys want to see anything. So if you guys have a favorite character that we haven't colored yet, and you would like to see them colored and go through some techniques on how to achieve, I'm always going to try and color them realistically. So it's not going to be, if I don't, there will be a reason for it, but I'm always going to try and color them to their true form. So if you're interested in help or anything like that to achieve that look, I'm here to help. So I'm just looking at how these highlights are placed here. No, it's not right. There it goes. I'm gonna have to go over some of these highlights again with the white or laser or something, just to get that little bit of added shine. Wish I actually had the blur for this. This would be perfect for a tool. And she does have a little bit of shine going down the jacket as well. Not a lot though. Probably looks like I'm even adding more than there is, to be honest. Or brighter than it is anyway. I do like the way it's looking though. It doesn't have to be exact, but I do want it to have some kind of truth here, and it's looking good. Now I can layer a bit other colors if I need to. I'm definitely liking it a lot. I'm excited that it's turning out so well. So you just kind of have to play with your opacity and brush size for this marker tool, because you want it to layer. If you have your opacity all the way up, it's just going to take everything away. So you have to monitor that. And her gun is like relatively the same color as she is. It's pretty wild actually. I'll show you what I'm using when I'm done the piece, and you can decide for yourselves whether or not I did a good job. Okay, so the gun, I'm just gonna fill the gun just to keep it simple. I'm gonna go to metallic. Forget over there. The lines aren't. I'll probably have to do this handle part here after, because the line isn't closed and I still have to do the background. That's okay. I'm just gonna actually get into all these little areas. Usually I would just fill them manually and put it on freehand mode. But I kind of want the little variations of shading in the gun. I want to see how it looks. Okay. Now we gotta do our highlighting, so I'm gonna go back to my marker tool. I'm gonna bring my opacity up a little bit. I'm going to do a couple layers here of the highlights. And white. I want to try and make a straight fluid highlight to make a straight line. If you zoom in close, you should be able to get a straighter line than if you were further away. I use that trick a lot. It's kind of taking away a little bit of my other detail there, but that's okay because it's adding some nice shine here and here. I need to bring that up again on the first side. Nope, it's still too big. There. And I'm just layering the highlights that I made already with the white. So it's just basically going back. And then I'm just going to add fresh ones without layering as well in certain spots. And if you zoom in, you shouldn't have too much trouble maintaining a somewhat straight line so it doesn't look all wobbly anyway. So I gotta play with my opacity back and forth here for my really strong highlights that I want, counteracting the ones that I don't want them to be as strong. And I can add and layer inside these lighter or darker highlights, I guess I should say, to make a layered highlight effect, and it'll really make your jacket shine. Okay. I'm just looking over here. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I can always do a little bit of adjustments after. Now I need to find a couple of nice greens and a couple blues too. Just thinking here. Maybe I'll just stay in the blue area. Gotta make sure I'm on automatic. For this, I'm going to be using watercolor. I'm going to bring up the opacity, but not all the way. Actually, you know what? First, I'm going to take away all the darkness that I had in my background. I'm just cleaning it up because I don't want those colors to get layered in with my background. I want a clean background. airbrush here. Okay, there, much better. Now I will go to my blue, and then we'll go to my watercolor. Just wanted to clean it up a bit so I can see. So it's almost like this. And then there's this green. Coming up through here. A little darker. Green, brighter green. Coming up all through here. Almost like a really bright blue too. The greens are a bit different, they're not exact. Put on freehand here. Back to the blues. I almost need this kind of green. Almost like a tealy blue. The blue is not going to be exact. It's too hard to make exact matches on these greens. But it's going to be close. I gotta make a little bit smaller detail because there are smaller details in here. Actually, I'm wondering if I could use the splatter tool. Just kind of add a little bit of that. That might help with the detail. Too much. The smaller detail is actually very small, so you don't need a big brush size for this. Okay, now I have to do something with her hair. I'm just going to grab the airbrush, make sure it's an automatic. And that's not white the right color. It's almost like a green with yellow, so I'll get the green in there. And there's almost like a yellow as well. That's pretty close. And then I'm just gonna flip my picture here. She kind of has a bright highlight going down her back. I'm gonna embellish it a little bit more than it is in the picture, I think. I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna use the laser tool to make the glow. And I can even use it on the hair a little bit. I don't want to use it too much though. Because that's how it is in the picture. Her back is glowing here. It also kind of outstretches down this way, around the arm, on the belt buckle a little bit. I'm just using the airbrush for this now. Yeah, it's like that. Okay. Kind of got some splatter on her jacket here. Fix that quick. Marker, just doing a little bit of adjustments here to lighten up some of the highlights and blend them because it's not so vivid on her. It's going to be, ours is going to be a tiny bit different than the one that's pretty close though. The blues are definitely a bit different. I'm actually thinking about adding a darker blue in here with the splatter. Should come on automatic. Get opacity down a little bit. I'm changing up the background a tad just to go with how our picture is, because they have the writing and everything, we don't. just want it to look good for us. That actually looks good. Bringing just in a little bit of a couple darker colors, I think really made the difference here. Okay, so now all we need to do is do the gun smoke, I believe. I just want to fix this over here so it's fluid running through. Okay, good. Okay. And I'll probably, it's very simply done in the picture. It's mostly white actually. So I might just do white with a glowing white around it with the laser tool, or use like an off blue and then do white. So let's go to fill. I'll just fill in this. It's actually a lot of fun recreating stuff and trying to bring it back to its original state of why it was, how it was made or how it was looking. In comic books and stuff. It's gonna do this more often. I'm gonna try and if I can find the original image, then I'll try and duplicate it. If I can't find the original image, then I will stick to true colors of the character. That I will promise. Now I just need to go to white, laser, gun shining here. There. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to put it on automatic so I can follow the lines. I don't have my opacity all the way up for the laser. So I think I'm gonna leave it there. The smoke is definitely a bit different than it is on the cover. There is a couple of differences, but I tried to get it as close as I could. Now I'll just go like this so everyone can have a look. Oh, I need to fix up a couple areas here. Hold on. Actually, it looks good with the splatter bleeding on it, but it's not the look I was going for. So I'm just gonna fix it quick. That's what happens with splatter. It's very splattery. So if you don't have it on automatic mode, it will bleed into your pictures. So I was taking a quick moment to kind of fix this here. I think that's pretty much it. I could have left the splatter. It actually looks kind of cool bleeding into it, but because I'm trying to, almost forgot this part of the gun too. Because I'm trying to mimic a real picture is why I'm deciding to just fix it up a little bit here. Normally I would just leave that and be like, it adds to the picture. Okay, let's have a quick look over. Okay, I think it's done. Okay, so this is my domino that I just colored with you guys. And then this is the cover that I was imitating. So that's, if you could see it, here I'm just trying to make it so you can see. So that's the cover that I was trying to imitate. And then there's mine. Well, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me. If you have any comments or anything that you would like to see in future, like I said before, please list them below and we will get to them. This is Brienne from Pixite. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.